it's Megan here. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and if you're returning, welcome back. Today we're going to do a Mat Pilates class. We're going to be using our mat, and I like to use a 2.5 pound weight. The weights are optional, but I love to use them, so you can pick and choose if you like. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start by standing on our mats. So we want our feet right about under hip distance apart. We're going to have genie arms, so crossing one arm over the other, about shoulder height. And from here, we're just going to do releve. So we're going to come onto the balls of our feet and then down. So we're rolling up and down. So just warming up through those legs, just like a reformer, always starting with our feet first. So just rolling up, feeling that calf raise, and down. Good. Let's go for 3. We're going to add on. 2. Last one, stay up. Bend the knees and pulse it out. Keep those heels lifted as high as you can. Find a spot on the floor or the wall. That's definitely going to help keep your balance. Stay low in that pulse for 3, 2. Last one, stay low into that squat and just lowering one heel at a time. Try to keep everything as steady as possible. Really feeling those legs warming up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both feet down and come on up. Good. So now let's come out into a wide second. Our legs are still parallel, but we're having them out a little bit further than our hips. So finding those genie arms again. We're going to come onto the balls of our feet. So releve up, squatting down into a low squat, keeping those heels lifted, and we're just going to pulse it down. Little inch pulses. So really press to the ball of that foot. Try to keep your weight center, engaging that core, keeping the spot on that floor for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, stay low in that squat, and now lowering one heel at a time. So keeping that core really strong, breathing, pull those shoulders back for 3, 2, and 1. Last one here, guys. Stay low, lowering both heels at a time and lifting. 5. See if you can stay high on those heels. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Both heels down, press to those feet, and come on up. Good. So hopefully our legs are a little warm by now. And let's move on. So I'm going to turn around and have my profile with you. We're going to do a little teeter-totter. So I'm going to start with my right foot. So I'm going to bring my right foot forward and place my left foot, backwards here. My left foot forward and my right foot back. I'm going to reach my arms up long towards the ceiling, really reaching them long. And we're going to use our arms as our guide. So we're going to lunge and hinge forward on this left leg. So find your spot on the wall, engaging that core, and guide with your arms. So your arms come down, find that spot as you hinge forward on that left leg and back up. So these could be a little bit difficult, a lot of coordination here. So take your time. It's a little hard to do these as I'm speaking, so I might be a little quiet here. So keep going. And last one, let's come on down. We're going to stay in that T position, find your spot, and just little pulses on that left leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Good. So we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to do on the other side. I'm just going to flip over. So now I have my right leg forward and my left leg back. And I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to reach my arms up long towards that ceiling, find my spot on the wall or the floor for balance, and I'm going to guide with my arms. So my arms are going to lead me as I hinge forward into a nice T position, and then 10 and then back up. So slow and steady here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, So it's kind of like a teeter-totter. You guide with those arms. T position and up. Good job. The last one here is we're going to go down into our T position. We're going to stay there and we're going to pulse it on this right leg. Woo! For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up, both feet down, and bring it on down. Good job, guys. So I'm going to go onto the end of my mat. So I'm going to start at the end of my mat, and we're just going to tuck our chin, and we're going to roll all the way down, one vertebrae at a time, till your hands meet that mat. Once you're there, let's walk out to a planking position. So onto our hands, plank here. If this is good for you, stay here. If you want to add on, we're going to push our heels back towards that wall, lengthen through that spine, and now we're just going to reach one arm forward. So the challenging part here is really trying to minimize the movement, especially in our hips. We're going to move slightly because obviously we're moving, but really take your time on trying to stay as steady as possible. Like I said, if this is too much, hold the plank, or you can do a forearm plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both hands down, and let's just push back into a downward dog. Just take a quick little breather, push through those shoulders, see if you can reach those heels down, and then dropping one heel at a time. For 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Perfect. So take a little quick break here and find your weights if you're going to use the weights. Like I said, they're optional, but I'm going to use the weights. So I just need one weight in hand for now. So I'm going to grab, I'm going to have it in my right hand. I'm going to come on all fours. You want to make sure your knees are right under your hips and your hands are right under your shoulders. So we're not crunching. Really want to lengthen through that spine, grabbing that weight. We're going to go into a little bird dog. So opposite hand, opposite arm. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lift my right arm with my weight and reach my left leg, pointing those toes, really reaching back. And then I'm going to crunch in, rounding that spine, bringing my knee into chest, and then lengthening. So take your time here. If you're using the weight, it's a little bit more challenging. If not, no worries, it's still as effective. So really lengthen through that spine, and then flexing in for 3. Use your breath. 2. And last one, stay out there, lengthen up and just pulse arm and leg up. Try to keep your hips square to the mat for 5, 4, 3, engage that core, 2, and 1. Stay there, guys. You're just gonna reach your right arm with that weight back. And now, a little coordination here. You're going to bend everything in, so bending my arm in to hit triceps, bending my knee, and extending both. So you're just extending and bending both arm and leg at the same time. So that's how you're going to keep that coordination. Bend and extend at the same time. Hit those triceps. Try to keep that arm up at shoulder level for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down and bring that weight down. Awesome. So I'm just going to flip around. So I have my leg facing you guys, and I'm just going to switch now. So I'm going to place my weight in my left hand, and I'm going to be lifting my right leg. So finding our position, knees under waist, hands under shoulders. And then when you're ready, let's go ahead, lift opposite hand, opposite arm, really reaching. Reach the crown of that head long too. Point those toes. Really nice long spine here. And then folding and flexing that spine in. And then lengthening out. Try to keep a slight bend in our right hand, or the hand that's on the mat, our arm. I'm guilty of this too. You don't want to hyperextend that elbow. Good job, guys. Really flex it in for 4, 3, 2, and last one, extend everything out and just pulse it up for 5, 4. Remember, keeping your hips squared. 2, 1. Stay there. Bring your weight hand back and lengthen it out so it comes back behind you. And we're going to bend the knee and bend the elbow and extend. So hitting triceps and hitting the hamstrings here. Stay strong. Really press through that right hand. Keep the hips squared. Control it in the core for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on in and put that weight down. And let's just take a quick child's pose. And come on up. Good. So we can place that weight to the side for now. And we're still going to stay on all 4s. But we're going to switch our position. We're going to come into a nice little Pilates push-up. So normally we have our knees under our hips. We're actually going to shift our weight forward. So you see that my knees are not under my hips anymore. But I still want to keep my arms, my hands right under my shoulders. They're not all the way up here. They're right under the shoulders. Bend the knees. You can bring them a little bit closer together, whatever comfortable for you. Engage that core. So now you can see my starting position. Make sure all 10 fingers are flat on that mat. And when you bend down, you want to bring your nose to the mat and up. So your arms come out about 45 degrees. They're not fully coming out to this side or all the way down towards our ribs. So you want to feel this in the chest, but also hit those triceps. Try to keep that nice neutral spine. Let's go for 10. Keep breathing. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, almost there, guys, stay strong, 2, and last one, come on in, and just push back into another child's pose. Take a nice little active recovery here. And come on up. Good job. So we're still going to stay working with our bellies down. So grabbing our weights here, okay? And I'm going to place them right in front of my mat so they're there. And I'm going to come down onto my stomach. So I'm laying flat on my stomach and I have my weights here close to my hands. And from here, we're going to do a little swimming series, okay? So we're going to do opposite hand, opposite weight. So I'm going to start with my weight in my left hand, and I'm going to work my right leg and glute here. So just keeping our weight there, keeping our head face onto the mat. Make sure we have a nice lengthened spine here. And we're just going to lift opposite leg, opposite arm as we lift our chest up off that mat, that our eye gaze stays down, looking down. So we're not arching that head up and down. So let's just do a few of these. Reaching up, really try to lift that chest up, push that pubic bone into that mat as you reach that right leg up and down. Good. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, keep it up in just little pulses. 5, 4, squeeze that glute. 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Whew. Catch your breath for a second, and we're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. So when you're ready, I'm going to grab the weight now with my right hand, and I'm going to work into my left glute. So same thing, lifting opposite arm, opposite hand. So let's get started. So I'm going to lift my right arm up, left leg up, lifting my chest up, eye gaze stays down at the mat, and then everything comes down. So really squeeze that glute, lift that chest, and down. Good. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, keep it up and pulse arm and leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes down, and just take a quick little breather. Good, we're gonna stay onto our stomachs. We're just gonna leave our weights to the side for a minute. And we're gonna bring our arms right by our hands, right by our chest. So think about chest height right here. All 10 fingers are down. Our eye gaze stays down at the floor. Really push your pubic bone into the mat here. We're gonna do another little teeter-totter move. So I'm gonna push through my hands, come into a nice back extension, really lifting that chest, pushing my pubic bone into that mat, lengthening through those arms, engaging that core. And then as I bend my elbows, coming down, I'm gonna lead with my legs and bring them up. And then pull my legs down and push through my hands. So think of like a Viking boat here. So really when your arms come down, lead with the legs to come up, squeezing those glutes, and then pushing the legs down, pushing through those hands. So take your time here, should be a nice stretch. Let's go for 3. 2. And last one. Slowly come on down. Good, guys. Last exercise here. I'm going to go ahead and make a little pillow with my hands. And now I'm going to bend my knees. And I'm going to create a diamond shape with my feet. So heels and toes touching. And I'm going to place my head on my little pillow I created. So my head stays down. So I find that diamond shape. I'm going to squeeze my glutes, and I'm going to lift my legs, my thighs off that mat. So heels and toes touching. You can see that my knees are going out towards the sides of the room. And from here, I'm just going to pulse it up, up. Squeezing those glutes. Hold it for a second, and then release. Really push that pubic bone into the floor. And squeeze. Good. Feel those glutes fire up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come on down and bring your legs down. And then let's come on up. Great job. So now let's go ahead and find our weights again. So finding our weights, and now we're going to go on to our backs and do a little ab series here. So weights in hand, and we're just going to roll on to our backs. I just want to make sure I'm in frame here. And we're going to start with our legs out long and our arms overhead. So like I said, the weights are optional. So if they're too much for you, no worries. So keeping our arms overhead, reaching our arms out. We're just going to do some roll-ups. So we're going to lead with our arms. So our arms come up, over our shoulders. We tuck our chin, and we roll up, using our weights to come all the way up and reaching towards our feet. And then slowly rolling on down, finding that nice C curve until our back meets the mat, and then arms come up overhead. So arms up over our shoulders, tuck the chin, And then using our core to roll us up all the way to touch our feet. Really lengthen through that back right here. It should feel nice. And then slowly rolling down one vertebrae at a time, finding that nice C curve until our back meets that mat and arms come up. So now you get the motion. Take your time. Let's just do a few of these. Really reaching long towards those feet. Feel the back of those legs stretch too. And then slowly rolling on down. Back meets the mat and arms up. Last one here, guys. Arms come up over shoulder. Tuck that chin, using the core to roll us up. Reaching long towards our feet. Lengthen through that back. Feel the stretch in the back of the legs. And then slowly rolling on down. One vertebrae at a time. Hands come up overhead. Awesome. So now let's bring our arms in. And now, just fixing my socks. And now our feet are going to come flat. So they're right flat on, our feet are flat onto our mat. And we're going to keep our head down. If you're using the weights, awesome. So we're actually going to use our weights as a roller. So you want your weights right by your hands, right where your arms are able to lengthen, and you're going to have your palms down. So your hands are right on top of your legs, your weights, sorry. And you're just going to use the palm to roll up. See, I'm using my weights to roll me up, and then I'm rolling down. So just use them kind of like a little roller, and you're using your core. So really think about lifting with the core, and then slowly rolling down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay up. Now reach our right leg up, and we're just going to roll it up and down. So just little inch rolls with those weights. So you're keeping your head up, and you just really little, about an inch forward and back for 3, 2, and 1. Let's reach that, put that leg down and bring our left leg, same thing. Just little tiny inch pulses forward and back. So rolling those weights with our hands. Really feel it in the core. You can keep your head down if you're feeling that strain on the neck for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Bring those feet down and head comes down. Good. Little quick break. And when you're ready, we're going to bring our legs to tabletop. Reaching our head and shoulders come up. So you really want to find that nice flexion. Keep the tension out of your neck. So really bring that head up. And then from here, holding the weights in hand, and our weights are just going to stay steady. So our hands are lifted and hovering off off the mat. And we're just going to reach right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg. So a little single leg stretch here. So just one leg at a time. Arms are not moving, we're just holding that weight. Good. Keep going, guys. Focus on that breath for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring our weights to chest now. And we're going to do that same motion, extending one leg at a time. But now we're just going to add a little twist. So opposite leg, elbow, opposite knee, and in. So same thing with the legs. And we're just adding that little twist at the waistline, hitting those obliques. Make it nice and pretty. We're pointing those toes. Good job, guys. You got it. Keep breathing. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just hug your knees But roll into a little ball, just a little quick break here. We're almost done. We have one more ab exercise. From here, we're gonna go into a double leg stretch with our weights. We're gonna extend everything out. Weights overhead, point those toes long, circle around, and grab your shins. So extend everything out, circle, and grab the shins. If the weights are too much, you can always put them to the side, whichever you like. Let's go for 5. Abs should be definitely warm by now. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Let's go ahead, extend everything out and just hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab those knees and just shake it off. Good, let's come on up. And then from here, we're gonna do a little side plank series. So I'm just checking my watch. I just wanna make sure that I'm staying on time here, okay? So we're just going to need one weight here. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start with my right side. So I'm gonna give you 2 options here. I'm gonna give you the modified version and then the more advanced version, which I would be doing. So if you have wrist pain, the modified version here, we're gonna stay onto your right forearm. And you can actually keep your bottom leg down. So you're gonna reach your arm up to the ceiling and you're just gonna roll under, thread that needle, reach that arm toward that back of the wall, really lifting up on that right oblique and up. So this is great for anybody that has shoulder injuries or wrist pain that really can't hold that hand plank. But if you're more advanced and you can, let's go ahead and do it the advanced way. So I'm going to press through my right hand. I'm going to reach both legs out long. I'm going to reach my right hand, my right top leg over my bottom leg, and I'm going to push through this hand, really push through this shoulder, not sagging that. Reaching my left arm up, and I'm going to thread that needle. So I'm going to press through my hand and reach toward that back of the wall, lifting up on that right oblique and up. So my head follows my weight. Good job, guys. Keep going. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Hold it up and just pulse those hips up. Really lifting on that right side for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come on down. Great. And then we're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. So if you were modifying, same thing on this side. You're going to be on your left forearm, bottom leg stays down. If you're with me, let's go ahead and push up into our plank. So top leg crosses over the bottom leg, pushing up through that plane, push through that left arm, and lift up on that left oblique, and eye gaze follows the weight as you push back, reaching towards that back wall and up. So think about really lifting up on that left oblique. Good job, guys. Stay strong. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay up and just pulse those hips up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come on down. Good, and let's come on down. So we're going to go ahead and grab both weights, and now we're going to go back onto our backs, and we're going to do a little bridge series. So let's go ahead and slowly roll on down. Feet are flat. And we're actually going to have our heels touching and our knees out towards the side. So feet touching, our knees out towards the side. So we're gonna hit the glutes, but we're also gonna hit those inner thighs. So if you're using your weights, I'm gonna do a shoulder press. Weights are optional again. So as you press through your feet, pressing those arms up to the ceiling, relaxing that chest. So really relaxed chest. Press through those hip feet, lifting those hips, squeezing those glutes. And as you lift her up there, your knees come in, they touch back out, and then rolling down. So lifting up, knees touch, out, and down. So take your time here. Like I said, you're really lifting up through the hips and reaching those knees out into that front wall and relaxing that chest. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, stay up, and you're just gonna bring those knees in and out, fluttering those knees for 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze those glutes. Last one, stay up there and just pulse it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly roll on down. Good, stay there. Now you're gonna walk your legs out. So now they're about hip distance apart. So regular shoulder bridge series here. So feet are flat, legs are parallel, and from here, we're gonna reach our arms up to the ceiling. We're gonna press through those heels, bringing our hips lifted, relaxing that chest, and now we're gonna bring our left leg to ceiling, press through that right heel. And now we're just going to lower that leg down and lift. So we're staying high in that bridge, and we're just lowering and lifting our left leg. So flex the foot down and point those toes up. Really press through that right heel. Stay high in that bridge. For 5, squeeze those glutes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, stay high. Cross that left leg over your right foot and just pulse it up. So a nice figure 4 for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly rolling on down. Go ahead and put that foot down. So we're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. So arms come up, press through those heels, lifting high in that bridge, relaxing that chest. Right leg comes up to the ceiling, press through that left heel, and flex the foot down, point the toes up. And you're just bringing your arms with the same motion as your foot. This is definitely optional, more advanced. You can keep your hands down, no weight. For 4, 3, 2, and last one, stay up, cross your right leg over that bottom left leg, and just pulse it, pulsing it on that left heel. For 5, squeeze the glutes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come on down, bringing your weights down, both feet down, and let's come on up. Good job, guys. Let's go ahead and now sit on our bottoms. We are almost done. So we're going to sit on our bottoms, and let's actually come into a mermaid position. So if you have the flexibility, you're going to bring your left leg in front of you and your right leg to the side. So kind of like a cheerleader pose or your senior portrait. It's kind of how we explain it. Good. We're going to sit tall on our sit bones, bring those shoulders back. You're using your weights. They're going to come together. So our hands kind of come together and they stay at that shoulder level. And we're just going to do a little spinal rotation. So as if you have a pole that's from your weights to your sternum. And you're just going to keep your hips square towards the camera, and you're just going to rotate from the waistline and then towards the other side. So my chest and my weights should stay in line the entire time, and my hips are square towards the camera, and I'm just moving from that waistline, so getting that nice spinal rotation for 3, 2, and 1. Good job, guys. Go ahead and place your left weight down. I have my right leg weight in hand. And I'm just going to do a little punch across my chest, rotating from the hips and back. So my arm stays up at shoulder level and back. So I'm not going to drop it. So I'm going to do a little arm work here, but still getting that nice rotation in that waistline. So really sculpting our waistline here, getting a rotation in the spine for 3. Don't drop the weight. 2 and 1. Bring it on in, weight in hand still, and we're just going to come up and down. So a nice little shoulder press or a goalpost, and just keeping that arm up at shoulder level. So just a little arm bird out here to end our nice little class here. You're almost done, so keep going. Great job, guys. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your arm down. Awesome. Let's go ahead and just do a quick little transition. So same thing, sitting in that mermaid position. We're just switching our legs. So now my right leg's in front and my left leg is on the side. Let's start with the spinal rotation. So weights in hand, both weights, and then you're just naturally following those weights with your chest, moving from that waistline and keeping the hips squared to the camera. Good. Try to get all the way back. Feel that nice rotation. It should feel like a really nice stretch. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. I'm going to place my little right weight down, and I have my left weight. And now we're just going to go into that jab across the chest and back. So my arm stays up at shoulder level, and I'm just rotating from the waistline again. So still working into that waistline, draw that core closer to your spine, and then just doing a nice little shoulder exercise here. Good job, guys. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Last one here. Just up and down. Little shoulder presses here. Good. Try not to drop that shoulder. Pull the shoulders back. Lift that chest. Engage that core. Let's go for 5. Hopefully your arms are warm now. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that arm down and put your weight down. Awesome, guys. Let's just finish this off with a nice mermaid stretch, and then we are done. So let's go ahead, and we're going to reach our left arm up towards the ceiling, and we're just going to flex over towards that right side. Exhale. Really lengthening through the side of our left side. Inhale, and then exhale. Let's reach our right hand up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath here. And then exhale as you lengthen and reach towards that left side, really lengthening that right side of the body. Inhale up, and exhale as we bring our arm down. And that is it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this class. If you needed another more stretching, don't forget to check out my 15-minute stretch. It's a great warm-up or cool down stretching for the whole body. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my page. Remember, every Tuesday and Thursday, you can look forward to a brand new Mat Pilates class. And in between, I'll be adding reformer or something fun. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Thanks, guys.